Relax, killer robots haven't taken over yet. But the internet's going crazy over new artificial intelligence called ChatGPT. The program can write really complex essays, books, news articles, and even computer code. And it's really good. We just had to try it for ourselves, asking it to write a poem about this show. The Five on Fox News is quite a sight, with a panel that's always so bright. They entertain and inform with their banter and charm and have viewers tune in day and night.
Well, inform and charm doesn't rhyme, so
Yeah, lousy rhyming.
Yeah, bright and night is too far from each other.
Our jobs are safe.
Yeah.
It's not just text, though. These computer programs are really good at making fake photos. As if Geraldo doesn't have enough pictures of himself.
That's not really a photo.
We ran his selfies through an AI processor, and this is what it came up with. It's pretty good. But mankind better be careful. Experts warn this thing has the potential to take your job. Kids can use these to cheat and have it write papers for them, where it can impersonate your friends to give up your passwords. And the biggest fear is AI becomes so smart, it finds a way to control humanity. Dana Perino, are we making too big of a deal about this, or is this really a threat?
I don't know. I think yes and no. And I live in fear that I'm going to be the first person that airs a deep fake video that we all think is real, that seems like it comes from a real source, and maybe you double check it, maybe you triple check it,
Would be
and
classic
you
if it
still
happened to you.
It would be right.
Classic.
That's why I live in fear of it. So hopefully that we'll never do that. But I do think that that's coming.
Yeah.
As you can see here, how easy that is to do. Like if you and I can just speak into this chatbot thing and ask them to write a poem, like what else will it be able to do very soon? So that's happening very quickly. I do think that really bad minimum wage laws are a catalyst to people losing their jobs in places like a fast food industry. Because if you push a company too far, they will figure out a way to innovate. And if innovation means not having an actual person there that you have to pay for and take care of, companies will do that. So that's a concern. So I am concerned about that. I also am worried about the blurring of fact and fiction. And I'm not talking about disinformation, but the algorithm will be written by somebody. So if you ask the chatbot, what color is the sky? The sky is blue. Fine, we can all agree on that. But Ben Shapiro did a very interesting experiment today on his show. And the question was, why should abortion be prohibited? Okay. The answer from the chatbot that Ben Shapiro put in was, abortion should not be prohibited. It is a deeply personal and complex issue. So that's not answering the question, why should it be prohibited? That is somebody somewhere putting their thumb on the scale of the algorithm, and that's why I'm a little concerned.
They're even rigging the AI.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
God, they get into everything, Geraldo. So Kamala Harris is speechwriter. Thank God they got AI now. Solves that problem.
Yeah. My late, great former father-in-law, Kurt Vonnegut, wrote a book back in 1952, Player Piano, in which he created a world where the bots, the AI ran everything, every aspect of life. It was, very ominous and all pervasive. When I think about it, I don't think about, I was flattered by the shot that looked like Robert Downey Jr. with a mustache, but Greg got me thinking about another aspect of it. What about the replacement? Cool breeze. What about the replacement of real relationships, though? What about what happens when people start marrying their bots, where they start having real relationships, where you see the kids now with the virtual stuff, and there's the whole world happening, but they're focused on the virtual stuff. What happens when that becomes your sex life, your relationship, your best friend, the person you talk to? I think that it really is going to limit the world in many ways. It's going to shrink the planet. And where it ends, who knows?
I was thinking you could just be texting girls and you have the AI do the game. And she has no idea it's a machine-spitting game. And, hey, maybe better than you are.
Probably.
Probably much better than me.
You know what concerns me about this is that you feed the information to the AI, right? It doesn't Google things. It spits out what you give it. So if you're going to feed information about education, is it CRT you're feeding? Is it the woke stuff that you're feeding? Teachers now that have certain things that they can test if you've plagiarized an essay or something. They can't do it now with this stuff. This creates a tremendous negative. And I don't know, I was reading in one of the articles that it is as significant as electricity and fire in terms of what it can do. You know, we already have robots that are on crime scenes that are, you know, whether it's bombs or whether it's just, you know, supervising and going around with a video camera. But if you give these AI or whatever you want to call these structures the ability to fight cancer and, you know, teach us how to, you know, find a cure for cancer, they can then create something that is incurable. So because human nature is so much involved in the creation of it, so then you have malwares, and then you have negative actors, and then you have all of the negative stuff that can happen, so it has to be policed. And just like the internet was not policed and still isn't policed in many ways, we're going to see AI not being policed in a way where it's going to hurt people.
And you're right, because the people writing all this code are usually hardcore left-wing Democrats. That's who populates Silicon Valley. Greg, are we speaking to Greg or AI? Your eyes just blew me away.
Permit me to communicate to you for the next 3 hours about this. First of all, the deep fake thing can go both ways. What if films of me in some troubling videos emerge? What is my excuse?
Deep fake.
Deep fake, see? So you can always use the deep fake now. That's the thing. It actually creates freedom for us. But you know what? Do you remember, I think we did this story either on the 5 or my show. I can't remember. It was where some research company unleashed an AI into social media. And when they pulled it out, it was a hateful, racist creep. Yeah. It came back. And it was because social media is a cesspool bubbling with human failure and envy and all the vices. AI is, in a sense, better than us. They don't have the human flaws. That's why they'll make better. I hate to say this, Judge. They wouldn't make better judges because they don't get hungry before they make a verdict. Oh. You know what I mean? They didn't have a fight with their spouse.
You're in so much trouble.
But so what we're seeing right now is an AI that is still controlled by humans. It's just like those, you know, killer San Francisco robots. Those aren't robots, right? Because they're drones. Humans are controlling it. So a killer robot is just a gun on legs. That's not autonomous. As long as humans are on the front of this equation, we have no idea what it could do. No idea. Right. But once AI becomes independent and autonomous, it's a whole new ball game. What happens is, we talked about this 4 years ago, the paperclip problem. If you develop artificial intelligence to maximize the production of paperclips, through its own unconscious thinking, it will truly maximize the production of paperclips without stopping, which means it will look around and it will constantly redouble and redouble and redouble and redouble until the world is nothing but a ball of paperclips. That's the problem when AI becomes super intelligent. But there's something else. Here's the good news about, I was thinking about this all last night. AI could be the answer key to life. Our whole existence is about probability. We sit around and try to figure out what's going to happen in the next minute, the next block, the next day. That's all our brain does, is think about probability. AI solves probability. It tells you what's going to happen next. So then what happens to your brain if you have this machine that tells you what's going to happen?
I wouldn't have thought there was a red wave.
You wouldn't have thought there was a red wave. Exactly. Your show would be so much better, Jesse. But you know what the problem is? Our brains would become lifeless because you wouldn't get... Yeah, it would atrophy because think about how we don't do trivia anymore because we have Siri. Yeah, we have Siri, so we go like...
We can't read a map either.
We can't read a map. We can't do anything. Yeah. But imagine if you don't need to predict anything anymore, this whole machine, it just shuts down. And that could be a good thing. Maybe we use our brain for something else.
What else is there, Greg?
I don't know.
Well,
I do. You want to hit him back? He said a robot judge is better than you.
Yeah, right. Let me tell you something. I doubt the robot judge has compassion or mercy.
Exactly.
Or any of the other stuff that
we don't need compassion. We don't need envy. We don't need mercy. We don't need empathy. Empathy's bad.
I think you're a robot.
But why couldn't you program in all of those traits?
And they say I'm right wing.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.